Hi, I'm Jo Muirhead. Welcome to your first video in the de-hamstification process. Now you may be wondering, what on earth is this de-hamstification process? Well, it's the process by which you stop feeling like you're running around and around and around and around and around like a hamster in a wheel. It's actually a process where you feel like you can have your life back. So you took the step out of a salaried position and into private practice or consulting. And you had a dream and a vision that you were going to be able to do the work that you love with the life that you want to be able to live. Maybe you fell into private practice, not really making a conscious choice. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. And now you feel stuck. You feel hopeless. You feel like you're working so hard for such little gain. And you're probably feeling like you did when you were employed, disrespected and devalued. Only now, you're not just doing clinical work, seeing clients and doing face-to-face work, but you have your own responsibility for your own admin, your own accounts work, getting your BAS returns done, your own lead generation, your own marketing. The list just goes on and on and on and on. It just never stops. You prioritise your family over your work. You prioritise your work over your family. You just end up feeling guilty all the time. Maybe you had a stroke of genius and you started to build a team. Somebody to help you with your admin, somebody to help you with your accounts. But still, you're left feeling like there's just not enough time to get everything done that you need to get done inside of your business, let alone make a plan on how you're going to grow your business. You're so tired, and if you're not already, you're scared that you're going to get burnt out again. You can't take a holiday. You're absolutely terrified that if you say no to a referral, then no more referrals will come. Professional development went out the door a long time ago, and sleep, well, sleep's sort of becoming a thing of the past now, isn't it? The thought of competition with other practices and with other solo practitioners makes you feel ill. The thought that you are completely on your own and that no one gets what you're really going through makes you sad and disappointed. It's okay. It's not your fault and you're not on your own. You see, you went to university or some type of school to learn how to be a clinician, to learn how to practice some sort of therapy. You wanted to make a big difference in the lives of the people that you treated. You were once passionate about fighting for injustice, about fighting for the people who didn't have a voice. You see, I know you because I was you. I've lived life on the hamster wheel, and quite frankly, it sucks. It's not your fault because you simply don't know what you don't know yet. Okay, this is real and it's serious, but it's fixable. The first thing I want to do is fill you in on a few things I've learned in the last 4 years. There are so many myths hanging around the atmosphere that keep us scared, they keep us small, they keep us locked up and worried about the future. And I'm going to bust some of those myths right now. Myth number 1. Allied health professionals can't charge what they're worth because no one's willing to pay. Incorrect. Da-da, that's wrong. As an allied health professional, you can get paid what you're worth and you can expect people to pay. I will never encourage any professional to compete on price. You are not a widget and I cannot buy you in every corner store. When you compete on price, every customer you attract will expect a discount. And before too long, you have discounted all of your value and worth out of your services. To bust out of this requires you to become really clear on who you are, who you serve, and what value you bring. It's not about your expertise and your credibility, although these things help. It's about the value you bring. It also requires you to become really clear on the clients you want to work with. You need to attract them to you so that your message meets their needs and they choose to work alongside you. Myth number 2. I'm an allied health professional and it is unethical for me to market my services. Marketing and sales are not evil. Really, they aren't. Now, there are some marketing and sales tactics that are just horrible, but you're not going to employ them in your business, are you? It's not unethical for you to market your business. and it's not unethical for you to engage in sales. The way you do this, however, is the way you respond to this myth. My biggest concern about this myth is that if you're not marketing yourself, someone else is, either by what they are saying or what they're not saying. How about you remain in control of your marketing message? Now, I respect that there are certain activities that other professions can use that we as allied health professionals may struggle to get past our boards of registration. That's okay. We just don't use those ones. But there are plenty of other client attraction, marketing and sales activities that we can engage in that allow you to be authentic, congruent with who you are, and lead your clients and customers to freely make a choice about who they want to work with. You can build a marketing message that is at all times congruent with who you are and at all times allows you to act in a way that is totally respectful and valuing of the clients you want to serve. Myth number 3. To have a successful practice or business, I must complete an MBA. I thought so too. And then I thought about that a little bit further and harder and actually started to think about what that might look like. And then the idea of going back into academic study started to make me feel rather ill. I'm not an academic, I'm an implementer, I'm a doer, I get things done, I help lives change. Where on earth is an MBA going to fit into your work life now? Think about the reading, the assignments, the residentials. How long do you want to commit to it? 2 years, 4 years, 6 years? Is that how long it's going to take you before you can get off this hamster wheel? Look, an MBA might be a part of the educational process you want to go through into the future. That's great. I encourage you to do so. But I can tell you that right now, here today, an MBA is not going to give you the acceleration you need, and it is not going to get you off the hamster wheel. Now, if it is your tendency to often ask people for their credentials and for their qualifications, I challenge you now to start asking them about their results. I don't think anyone asked Sir Richard Branson about his qualifications or credentials, but wouldn't you love just a moment with the man where he may be able to inspire or impart some knowledge from his experience that we could apply into our own businesses? You don't need more academic study. You need to implement a sound, reasonable, achievable, fun business plan that is comprehensive and covers all the key components that you need to get you from where you are to where you want to be. That's what we need to do. Now you're wondering why you haven't been able to get off this hamster wheel yourself. Is that super critical voice inside your head telling you that you should actually know how to do this already? That you should be able to work it out? Maybe it's telling you that you're a failure because you haven't been able to do it yet, and if you haven't done it yet, maybe you're not going to be able to do it at all. Maybe that critical voice is asking you what makes you think you're so special that you can live the life that you want. You haven't achieved your goal yet, you haven't reached your vision, because you simply don't know what you don't know yet. And it's my guess that maybe you don't know where to start. We've only just scratched the surface with this video. I'll be able to answer a lot more of your questions on the webinar. Don't forget, the webinar won't be recorded, but I'll be there personally to answer your questions. Watch out for video number 2 coming your way very soon.